So Twitter getting removed from the Google Play Store and Apple Store?
Insane.
Question mark.
True, yeah.
Is this true? Nah, so we're just kind of exploring and seeing if Twitter goes down the free speech path, like let's say Parler and these other ones.
Right.
Is there a chance they get removed from these stores? Because remember,
the dependency is real. The dependency is real. Exactly. All the infrastructure, the databases, everything.
Yeah.
And you guys are software developers, so you probably know exactly how it works. But
yeah.
It depends. And these bigger companies, actually, Twitter, for example, I'm pretty sure they use AWS.
Right. Okay.
Google.
There's no way they have their own infrastructure.
Well, nowadays it's like people are moving more and more towards cloud, and if you're not on, like the big companies are all using cloud now,
right.
And there's a lot of them have still the old, what you call your microservices architectures, and they still have that, but the way forward is the serverless way, and that's where the industry is going to be taken over in about 10 years time. It will be just.
And who are the main players? It's just Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, right? Pretty much.
Exactly.
And you have like some small thing called Linode on the side, like for
everyone else is non-existent. You might as well not even be around. Like we don't even need to know you, because you just can't keep up with the number of services.
And then when it comes to distribution of like the app itself, on the App Store and the Play Store, they have a monopoly around there as well. So it's just a chokehold everywhere.
In Google's way, if you've got your infrastructure on Google's GCP, you're fucked, because then your Play Store, you're also, that's the Play Store using, it's also Google. You're entirely, your business is literally
relies on another one.
On Google.
Yeah.
And if Google decides, actually we want to do our own Twitter thing, lock off.
Nah, there's no way they can just lick that network effect, but they can just take it down though. That's the thing. That's what they can do.
Yeah.
Bro,
to replace it is gonna be longer and more difficult, I think.
They won't replace it, but I'm just saying, like, they can cut out the competition if they felt like it. If they were working towards something, let's say they had it, Google Hangout is not doing so well. People still need someone to talk. Boom, Twitter's just disappeared the next day. You know what I mean?
I think they would need like an actual reason, or there'd be a legal battle like Epic Games against Apple.
Bro, for the Play Store, I reckon so. But Parler, what happened against Parler?
Yeah,
they just took them out immediately, and they didn't need to provide any reason. They no longer wanted to do business with them.
Yeah, what did they say? Okay. They broke our policy, fam.
Yeah, was it with terrorism though, or something?
Nah, I think it was not enough moderation, basically.
Oh, I thought there was like real reasons behind it, like they were.
If I go onto Parler and I just say I'm a terrorist, I am now also doing terrorist communication on here. Press enter. That's on their platform, and that's enough for them to go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was listening to the CEO or something. I wanted to see something, executives of Parler, and she was saying because they were basically monitoring like very manually, and they were not doing much with automation and AI and stuff, because that was what they disagreed with Twitter. Yeah. And then because of that, they got really popular really quickly. Like, I think something happened, like maybe Trump said something, I don't know, and then they just couldn't handle the traffic. Next thing you know, it was an excuse for Amazon to say, actually, clearly you can't handle what's happening on your platform. There's not enough moderation. You don't have policies around this area, so lock off.
And they were serverless, and you know what serverless means, yeah? The way you write code is different. The way you structure your application is completely different. That means to go from a serverless architecture back to a normal sort of architecture is essentially starting from scratch.
Yeah, no, they were looking for the different cloud providers. They were begging nobody for time.
But even if you go to a different cloud provider, even if you're using things like Terraform, which is like allows you to put your resources everywhere, that's still not going to be enough, because each service is unique to that platform. So the service might not exist in another one. It's not as easy to convert, although it's better from starting from scratch. But at that point, if it happens to you once, you might as well start from scratch, because you don't want to have the same situation happen a second time. So that's why they were gone for months.
Yeah, and look right now, and they lost all their network effects. They lost all of their traffic. Like, who's Parler, fam? Right now, we're looking at Truth Social, fam. Yeah. Truth Social, the one.
Oh, really?
But quickly before we jump into Truth Social, I was going to say, with Epic Games versus Apple, Epic Games have to pay Apple, fam. Literally, they have to pay them off. Like, sorry, boss. And then now Epic is now saying trying to get an appeal. Microsoft jumped in and say, yeah, actually, Apple must be stopped.
Yeah. Oh, really? That's bad.
They bullied Facebook too, Apple. Because they said to them, you have to be like, more privacy aware. Data need to be owned by the users.
Okay.
Which is all good things for the user. Yeah. But Apple are like, I'm getting bullied now. What's this? Like, are you telling me what I can't have on my app?
Yeah, and Apple is bigger than all of these companies, right? Apple's the biggest one of them all, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest. Yeah.
And to be honest, out of all of them, I'd say they're probably the best when it comes to socially kind of doing the right thing.
Yeah,
Well, it depends. Did you see that recent thing where they're saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna allow checking all your images on the cloud for like pedo images or something like that." Just in case.
And that's the AI doing it.
Yeah,
not
the
them
AI is doing it. Oh yeah, we just have backdoor access to all your tables.
And there's no like identification.
Because they had
also.
access already. They had access
Yeah,
already, but
yeah.
it's like now they're gonna provide that to the government as well.
I think they already had it as well. It's a bit. Pink.
Yeah, probably they already did, but now they outright said, yeah, we're gonna do this only
Right,
this,
okay.
and we're gonna give the data to the government, but it's only this. We promise.
Yeah.
That's not the only thing they do. They do everything else, bro. All these companies, they provide stuff. If a government asks for it, they provide it. Simple as that.
Simple as that. Just like subpoena, boom, bring
It's
it.
just like I help
Easy,
you,
yeah.
they'll help them.
Yeah.
Sort of
No, I'm
thing.
pretty sure Apple was like, no, we're not gonna give it up.
I think
And
Apple are a bit more strict.
yeah, I
to be
think
fair,
Apple's like,
actually.
no. Yeah,
I think
Apple's
they
not
might
about
have said
it.
no actually to the
Yeah, I think
FBI about a
Apple-
phone, trying to
exactly.
get into a phone. They're like, nah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I
I,
think
rate
so,
that. Most
yeah.
app Google needs, man. Brother, you want it? Boom, boom, boom. We've got the back door on it already.
Oh, really?
But yes, that's why I'm a bit worried about Twitter, because I mean I don't know what you. I'm not sure that image I saw. I haven't even checked. I should probably check on my store right now. But was Truth Social like top 10 or something? Top.
Yeah.
Wait,
quite
is
high.
True Social Trumps?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's actually like picking
Doing
up.
Decent, yeah.
Oh shit! I remember us talking about it was coming out, and then I never heard anything about it ever again.
It's like it was. I think
I
it was higher on the App Store than Twitter.
Is it? Is it good
Yeah.
as well? Has
Yeah.
anyone tried it?
No,
I
this
know,
is the logo, but it's not the app. Someone's trying to scam
Wait,
me.
where?
That's the logo, but that's not the app. Someone's trying to scam me.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't see it on my one. Maybe it's like geolocked or something.
It might be American only. Yeah. You can't download certain apps if you're not in.
In any case, like I hope. Cause I don't know. I like Elon Musk. I don't want him to get fucked over by like Apple and Google just saying like, oh no, your policies have become too strict, like too loose. You need to step up, otherwise you're gonna get kicked out. Like I don't want that to happen for sure.
Yeah.
But it's a private company now. It's no longer public, so it doesn't have to face the same scrutiny and the same regulations. Well, it will be a private company. I don't think it's
Who? Twitter.
Twitter will be a
Right.
private company.
But it doesn't change. They didn't. They decided what they wanted on their platform purely.
Yeah.
And this whole thing of like, oh, advertisers are gonna leave. They're gonna like it. What people don't understand is, and what I never understood is, why are these companies bending over backwards for these advertisers when at the end of the day, when you're the biggest platforms, you decide on which advertiser you want on yours. What are you talking about? This is what I never
Yeah, look
understood.
at the Super Bowl. They're begging, like paying millions and millions for like a 30-second
Please,
ad.
let me get a spot. Like, if I'll be like,
Yeah,
listen,
true.
if you want to, advertise on the biggest platform, you know what I'm saying? You need to be begging me.
Yeah.
And who's
yeah.
paying the most? And I have what the fuck I want on my podcast, on my app, because
Yeah.
clearly that's what's gonna be allowed it to grow so much. So, YouTube being like, we're scared of putting it.
Apocalypse.
Yeah, how you say your YouTube about apocalypse?
Yeah.
Let them leave.
No, but with YouTube is like, it's because I think they've been non-profit the whole time since they've been started. Like,
That's fine though.
obviously,
but you
Google,
the
Alphabet's
minute-
just financing the thing, like, but
Right, yeah, and I think that did hit users of YouTube more, like the actual content
it's the
creators.
users, yeah.
It did, but that's because YouTube themselves acted like, we're panicking. So the advertisers
It's true, though. It's
found
true.
out they got power over what?
Yeah, they were.
If they never set the precedent of that, of going around and being like, the advertisers tell us what to do.
Yeah, they're pandering to the advertisers. Yeah.
Mistake. That's the mistake they made. If they told them to F off the first time round, they would have understood. Yeah, content is here. You want to come to us. Remember,
Right.
your shit needs to get advertised, not ours.
Yeah. I think they did fix it though by screwing over the creators. It was like, well, not screwing over, but like saying that if you don't follow these rules, the adverts automatically not put on your video, sort of thing.
Yeah, and now they're doing some new shit where they're gonna add ads on like extra people's, even if they're not like I don't know, I forgot what they said. Anyways, I wanted to say the Musk thing. He said that he's gonna try and make it ad free, like remove the business model from advertising like heavily and focus it on like some other thing. I don't know what he said.
Where are the ads on Twitter? I don't use it
They
enough.
are.
to-
They are. Yeah.
Just on like the
As you
side,
scroll,
like,
as you
it's
scroll,
like every
yeah,
now
I
you
think-
get it's promoted.
Yeah,
yeah.
something like that.
They catch me out sometimes.
Fan bullet.
They're quite smart about
Oh,
putting it in,
really?
yeah. But like, I have to say, there's a reason why there's the only model that exists right now for social media is advertisement, because no one else has thought about a different model or a better model. So I don't know what Elon Musk is trying shit about, but there's no way he's gonna find a new model.
Yeah, no
he's
advertisement.
What do you mean? He definitely
He
needs.
said something about like, I don't know if
Unless
there's
we're
a way
gonna-
to monetize the tweets or something.
Energy and that.
Energy.
Inside jokes. For a
Energy.
podcast, it's a good idea. But yeah.
Energy, yeah. Just randomly, he's like, don't worry.
Everyone accepts it.
Everyone accepts it, yeah.
They're
But
like,
yeah, he's trying to figure out ways to monetize it. I'm excited for Twitter anyways. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen.
I don't think he's gonna, because the only other way I see them doing is that Twitter Blue thing, which they tried, which is
Yeah.
basically you pay £3 a month. I'm not paying
Well,
£3
wait
a
for what?
month. for Twitter to pay like to be a like you get like these extra features, no ads,
Oh,
this that, you know.
okay.
They also have this other one where they do like people do newsletters now and shit on Twitter. They have like I don't know stories and all that. They have the other one spaces. They have all these different features that they can figure out ways to kind of monetize each one small, and then they can maybe make a bit of money. Like for example, if I have if I'm a Twitter user with millions of followers that has people bare millions of people listening to my or reading my newsletter, they can just take because they're fulfilling that feature for me to get all these users. I'll just take a 1%, 2% off that, and they'll be like, that's calm.
Of what? Who's paying that person in the beginning?
Users. They'll figure out a way to include.
No,
he said they're gonna include like tips on Dogecoin and something. I don't know. He's going crazy, so there's gonna find a way to like.
But they've tried that already. So they tried to have like exclusive tweets. So if you pay the person, you get to see
so
their
like OnlyFans.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Obviously didn't take off, and
Yeah,
everyone wants their tweet to be seen by everyone for engagement. Obviously,
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to be hiding it away.
Yeah, but like a newsletter. I don't know. Something. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see how they do. But
Best of luck to Muskie. We'll see.
Yeah.